Well, hey everyone. Welcome back to, I think, the only map in Farming Simulator 22 where we can say with absolute confidence that the waters are tranquil. Now, that probably was not even close to being worth the setup, but hey, there you get what you get from me. That's all I can say. So we are back on Stevie's Tranquil Waters map. Only episode 3. I'm already starting to get a little bit of that homey feel on this map, like feeling like it's the boots are wearing in, the leather's starting to soften, the jeans have been washed a couple times. We still have a ways to go, but starting to feel the vibe. As you know, last episode ran into a little bit of a challenge with America's favorite John Deere 4755. Boy, I hope I got that right, or that I'm gonna sound really stupid. Where is it 4755, right? Please tell me it is. Please tell me it is. I think it is. Where we kind of had some issues with our, oh, it is a 4755. Well, thank goodness for that. Where we had some issues with our front mower not riding smoothly on the ground. As you can see, it was doing the old hop and skip, hop and skip. We're going to work on we're going to do some experimenting today with the old 4755. I love this tractor. I totally get why this is, for so many people, they're basically their favorite tractor. I get it. It's just a classic, super classic John Deere tractor. Yeah, I get it. It's a wonderful tractor, and we're gonna have a ton of fun with this tractor. We should have just done a fleet of these and called it a day, right? You basically could, especially with the modded one here, with the horsepower you're given. But as you can see, I spent some money and purchased some front weights. I am a sucker for front weights. I don't know what it is about front weights on tractors. I've always been a sucker for front weights, especially, just the non-standard ones. This is a mod that came out off of itch.io. There's actually an in-game one that's very similar. I think I have that installed right here. You can get this in the Giants in-game mod hub. Very well done, agri-weld. No problems with that at all. But I saw that a person I follow out on, I follow their itch.io page, recently released these cherry boxes, and really like them. Really like them. So I thought, you know what? Let's give them a go. So I picked up one for our John Deere 8R. I also picked up a front weight for our Case IH, as you may have noticed right here. Another Giants in-game mod hub. It's a weight pack. You actually get this weight, and there's a box weight kind of that comes with it. But I thought this was a nice, simple disc weight for a classic old tractor. I didn't want to get too fancy with the weight on there. Then this one was released a while ago, and I saw it and I thought, man, I'm curious about this thing. I actually looked up their website and checked it out. It's actually pretty cool. They've got a nice website too. Basically what it is, it's a front weight. I added the extension bars, the safety bars on the side, and some extra disc weights. And what this thing is, basically is a brake of such sorts. You know how you have, you've got, boy, man, the names are just, things are just leaving my brain as we speak. You've got a Jake brake, on diesel trucks, but they also have a retarder. I'm not sure how retarders work versus Jake brakes. I do know they're two different systems. This is more of a retarder. It's supposed to, and I don't know what it does in game. In real life, it adds more braking functionality to the tractor. I just thought it looked cool, to be honest with you. In fact, it's got, does it have lighty lights? I don't think it does. I actually thought those two side markers were lights, but they're not, are they? There must just be reflectors. Okay, so no lights. That's all right. I'll take it, no lights. But kind of a cool front weight. I think those are the only 3 weights I purchased, if I'm not mistaken. But enough yap. I love the engine sound of this case, and when it starts up, you get a little bit of that belt squeal. That's so cool. Hey, thank you all, by the way, for checking in again. I really appreciate all of you guys. You're all awesome. I just appreciate you checking out my channel, checking out the videos, watching them. If you enjoy them, checking them out. It's so cool. And I just wanted to say thanks to everyone that does that. And if you remember, you know, leave a like. It goes a long ways. It makes me... I only cry for 5 minutes before I go to bed every night instead of normally 10. So it goes a long ways to limiting my crying before I go night-night. We're going to take our classic case and our classic John Deere. If I'm not mistaken, I think this tractor also has a really cool gear shifting sound. Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? I love that. Is that like a hydraulic gear? Is that why, like a hydraulic clutch? That just sounds so cool. I love this tractor. It's a great tractor. I'm so glad we got it on this map. So well done. So well done. I've watched some videos, YouTube videos, real life videos of people, farmers that have this 1455. This is up there with one of my favorite tractors of all time. And in real life, you get these farmers that have straight piped them and stuff, and they just sound absolutely amazing. Let's unfold our John Deere. This thing's only supposed to take 115 horsepower. So I thought it was a nice matchy match for the case, even though it's John Deere and case. They can get along. They can be brothers on the farm. They can be farm brothers. We want to... Actually, I was thinking... We can go ahead and load this course. I want to start at the first waypoint. If I remember correctly, the first waypoint was over here. Man, doesn't it just sound good? It just looks so good. And it's one of those tractors that almost looks better as it gets dirty. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love it. Alright, I gotta stop just salivating over. But isn't that a big reason why we play the game? Right? Is to love the equipment. Love the tractors, love the equipment. It is for me, at least. If I take the time once in a while to just, you know, just take that extra minute to just really enjoy the hard work, the amazing work that goes into bringing this stuff to the game. It's just epic. All right. I think we can let courseplay. Before I do that, I should probably check our bale sizes. We're on 250. Is that what, our 220? Does it matter what we... Do we want 220? Do we want smaller bales? Where is this going? Straw is going to be going into our composter. We actually could, instead of bale it, we actually could pick it up loose with our forage. Do we have a forage wagon? We do. And it's not a bad size either. Well, we're here now. I guess we could have just picked it up with the forage wagon. We're going to end up dumping it in the composting silo, I believe. So I guess maybe it doesn't really matter. Let's go with you know what? Let's go with 240s. We'll go with the biggest bale, less quantity, I guess. Oh yeah. Get some. That sounds so good. Nice classic John Deere baler. You don't see that very often, do you? That kind of that cover over the pickup rollers like that. It is just going through the gears, isn't it? Something fierce. Well, all right then. Let's let it do its job. Now, our 4755 had some problems. Yeah, it had some problems. That's a good start right there. Let's go ahead and drop. Oh, my bad. So we're going to do a little experimenting today. I thought about adding some weight to the front. I actually picked this up. This is basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's in the Giants in-game mod hub. And I tried a few things. It's this thing right here. It's the front lifter. It is kind of a weight, 650 kilos. And I will tell you this, I tried it and it fixed the issue. So putting that on the front of this tractor, the way it's configured, this front mower started working very, very well. We didn't have the hop, skip, and jumps. Tin Man, I think you're right. I think it's kind of it could be a tire thing too. I never thought of changing out the tires. I think that's a great idea. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this offends any of you, if this triggers any of your emotions, anyone out there, if you're, I don't know how, if you know that you are triggered easily by, money being spent and returned in a cheating type of a fashion, if that triggers you, if you're triggered by seeing a John Deere 4755, get tires that might be a little ridiculous, if that's a trigger point for you, I just warn you now, early warning. You can turn the video off, maybe skip ahead a few minutes. There you go. All right. So, customization indeed. Now, when Tin Man mentioned to me about the tires, I thought, man, I never even thought about trying different tires. And of course, this would be the tire selection I believe you would like the most, Tin Man. I totally understand your desire for that. I actually think this looks pretty sweet, but it's a classic tractor with tracks, which, hey, you know, to each their own. I think that's kind of cool. I'm kind of open to all different kinds of things. I think the main point we want to get across here is if we look at this front end, you can see how much that front end can go up and down based on the tire selection. Now, what the heck? We had BKTs. We had standards. And you can get the super wides or standard, but the front end stays. See, I think it's a leveling. I think it's a leveling issue on the front end, in my unprofessional opinion. So I think, if anything, we need to get that front end to settle down a tad. Now that actually might, man, $10. I like the way the mod author made it. The cheapest variant you can get is this for $10. That's fantastic. Well, we can we can go. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. We can go with it. It's $10. We don't even have to cheat. We don't have to money cheat it back into the game because it's only $10. So all we're looking to do is, that is so ridiculous looking that it's almost really cool. All we're looking to do at this point is seeing if we can avoid the hop, skip, and the jump with the mowing. That's all we're doing. So I'm going to put it on full speed, and we're just going to see. And to me, that definitely is going to solve the problem. In fact, if anything, it is grinding that front mower kind of into the ground, which basically guarantees we're not going to be getting the hop, skip, and jumpy that we were getting. Yeah, it's definitely not... it's definitely not doing that, that's for sure. So the question becomes, do we just leave those tires on there at this point? Certainly, they kind of fit the... they kind of fit, don't they? The idea, what do I want to say? Boy, what word am I looking for? The emotion, the feel of the tractor that it is with 800, almost 900 horsepower at 46 miles an hour. And I went with the slow model, by the way. For only like $2,000, well, maybe, no, for $20,000 more, we can get this bad boy to double up to 93 miles an hour, I believe it is. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's try another configuration just for funsies. We can see where that front end is, how it's just kind of sloped way down, and I think that's... Oh, I like the weights, though. If we went with this, we are going to do the rear weights. So that is the wide track. I believe there is... Wait a minute, what is this? Okay, track, wide front. Skinny crawlers. Skinny rear crawlers with the fat front. That's actually kind of cool. And I bet there's one of these out there. I bet somebody took their 47, 55 or, you know, in that series and threw some crawlers on it. It would not surprise me at all. Man, does that look kind of bad. Sweet. Oh, yeah. That does look kind of cool, too. That is just so silly. Let's try one more configuration. Let's try... Now we're getting into the $6,000 money. I want the skinny... The skinnies all the way around, I think. Skinnies. Actually, the skinnies with those looks like the front end dips down a bit. How much is that? $4,000? So, this is where I warned you I was going to do it. I'm not going to spend a ton of our money doing this stuff. Let's try out. Man, if anything, I'll tell you what, this John Deere needs that front weight that has the retarder on it. This John Deere could probably use that because this thing is so peppy. And I love how it's so overpowered. Actually, on grass, it's doing pretty good. It kind of skids to a stop when you slam it and reverse and forward because there's so much torque. Yeah, I love it. Let's see if we get a hop, skip, and a jump from this configuration. I may have picked the only configuration that did hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, see, that thing settled way down. We're not seeing any issues. I'd say as long as that front end is sloping more down than up, and I think that's where our problem lied. Is it where our problem laid? Where our problem lied? Where our problem lay? What is it? That's where our problem lied. That's the problem we had. There we go. Well, maybe we should just bring it to a vote. I don't know. I'm kind of missing those fat tires in the back now. I'm kind of seeing where somebody, where that could become a very, very likable configuration. I do like this. The only downside I see to this is crawler tracks on a classic like this. I'm not sure if it's a little odd. But then, who puts massively oversized balloon tires either, you know? That does look pretty cool. I wonder if our if the turning radius would be affected if we put crawlers on the front. That looks good too. Let's go with the fatties. Can we get fatties? Man, those things are huge. Can we get fatties all the way around with crawlers? Or the front ones just... It looks like the front crawlers never really get very wide. They kind of stay the same, and I kind of like the yellow. Maybe. I don't know. The all black looks a little more mean, doesn't it? Oh. Those things are so huge. All right. How much is that? $6 grand? Wow. Okay. All right. I like it. Let's see if... I think we still are pretty stable in the front. Oh, it's not digging into the ground as much as it was on some of the other configurations, but I think it's pretty stable. And turning radius, yeah, I think the turning, oh wow, yeah, nice turning radius. Holy cow, that's fantastic. That kind of has me kind of sold on that, on those front tracks, the way that these things turn on a stinking dime. Yeah, I know you might be thinking, are we really, is this really what we're doing this episode? Yes. Yes, indeedly, doodly, it is. Hey, we're getting stuff done. We're just letting courseplay. Look at that mower just riding that windrow. It's fantastic. It's actually kind of tells me that maybe it's fairly well balanced with this setup. The front mower's not digging in. I think this might be. Now, can we get... Can we get... Can we get the fatties on the back? So there's no that's too bad. I was hoping for fatties on the back with crawlers on the front. That's like the only one. That's like the only one he doesn't kind of offer. And I really like the turn radius with these crawlers on the front. It's pretty epic. Let's go with Let's stick with what we have for now and just ride with it and see how it goes, huh? I don't know those front crawlers. If I kind of like the idea of the front crawlers being, can we get, there's so many to choose from. Okay, so you can't get all black on the front crawlers. That's kind of a shame. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? Beacon design. Oh, now I forget what beacon we had. Alright. Any other brands that do the... Oh, man, even those... yeah. I don't think I paid enough attention to all the tire configurations. This thing is insane. There's a fatties in the front with some normals on the... Or some fatties in the back with some normals on the front. I think that's kind of unique to the Continentals, because I think the Lizards only had fatties on the front, if I'm not mistaken. Midas looks like they have them as well. BKTs are pretty much that or that. And Vridesteins, Vridestein. Hey, you know what, people? If you're going to name your company something like Vridestein, you deserve people mispronouncing it left and right. I don't know. I really like the turning radius of what we have. I think we're going to stick with it. Let's go check on our baler and actually, you know, do some farming. Looks like it's doing good. It hasn't gotten stuck. That's fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Baler, for doing an amazing job. The New Holland I left over yonder because this silo is full. And it's going to stay full, obviously, until we get soybeans and sugar beets in it. So this wheat that we have left in there, either we're going to have to store it. I don't even know where our silo is. Where's like our regular multi-fruit silo at? Now that I think about it, I honestly don't know. Do we have one? Huh. Is it one of these? I don't think so. That's compost, silage, grass, pig food, TMR. What is this over here? Is this maybe our regular silo? I think it may very well be. Let's find out. It would make sense if it is. I need to get a nice looking front weight for the New Holland too. Can't leave the New Holland left out. It's screaming for something fancy schmancy. The New Holland sounds good too. It's got that low... Yeah, it's got that low grunt. Really like that. I need to start being more safety conscious around the farm with the beacons. Wait a minute, this does not look like... I am guessing this is not your father's silo. This is... Oh, okay. Small total mixed red. Oh, it says chopped sugar beet production. Oh, okay. Excellent. Back it in, let them get chopped, and they get stored. Sugar beets. Nice. Okay, that's kind of nice to have in the farm. I honestly didn't even know we had that. At least I don't believe I did. Peeps, I don't think we have a silo, like a standard silo. These are productions here, like seed and I think lime and something. This is where you can buy products. Maybe Stevie is telling me something. I think that's... Is that storage or sales? I hope that's storage. That'd be sweet if that was bale storage there in the end, because we're going to need it. I mean, we can sell bales as we go, too, if we really want to. That right there looks like... What is this gadget here? Is this for mineral feed? Okay. Alright. Man, we can sell mineral feed, too. That'd be a good money maker for us, probably. We'll have to look up and see what it wants for mineral feed. But definitely, we're gonna be getting in the market of selling mineral feed, no question about it. Yeah, we don't have a silo. Unless I am losing my marbles, which wouldn't be the first time that's happened. I do not see a multi-fruit silo at our farm. Maybe he's got one located someplace else on the map at another farm. That's possible. Well, we have plenty of room to put one down. The question is going to be, how much money are we going to have to put out to put down a silo? So we're going to have to look into that. If any of you know... if any of you are familiar with Tranquil Waters and you know where there's a silo that I can store stuff in, please let me know, because I'm not seeing it. Alright, everyone. That's going to wrap it up, actually. Sales. Windrow sales. Okay. So I would suggest we are not storing anything there because it's a sales. We might want to also plop down some type of bale storage. So we'll have to figure that out as well. I really don't want to have to store bales in these kind of sheds, because that means that I'll be stacking and relying on competence to stack them properly and neatly, which I lack thereof. So I would much prefer that we pick up some kind of a bale storage facility. I thought there was one on the farm. We have so much storage in this place. We can sell, and what's nice too is Stevie makes it 100% customizable too. You can sell everything on these farms. There's nothing that you cannot. The fencing, everything can go. So whatever you want to do to customize, you can totally do. So these sheds here that we'll probably not use, they can go bye-bye. We can throw down a multi-fruit silo and a bale storage facility, I'm quite certain, pretty easily. But it's going to take money, so we're going to have to see how much that's going to cost us. Lovely. I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, though. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks to the new subscribers. I see a few people have joined us. Thank you so much for that. Please feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Trust me, not every video is like this. We actually do accomplish things most of the time. I just thought we'd have a little bit of fun with our 4755. Love that tractor. And we are getting some baling done. It's just we're paying to have it done. So what are you going to do? You all take care of yourselves. Most importantly, take care of each other. Trust me, it's super important. And I will see you tomorrow on Hagenstedt for, wow, Throwback Thursday's already going to be here? That's crazy. Okay. We'll be on Hagenstedt tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Thanks, everyone. Take care.